Hey everyone on YouTube, this is a video review of the Mesa Boogie Walkabout head. This is actually from the combo. I have the 15-inch cab, but this is just an example of the head itself currently with the Barefaced Big Twin 2. So to give you a rundown on the amp, it's 300 watts, got two inputs, active and passive. It's got the usual tone controls of mid, bass and treble, and then a semi-parametric EQ with 3 different frequency bands, DI level and master. It's got a DI out on the back, and it's got the effects loop is also on the back, along with the two speaker outputs. So to give you an idea of the tones and things, it's just a Sadowsky Metro jazz bass in passive mode, just because it's the kind of gives you an idea of a tone that you'll be used to with the jazz bass. And so this is it set flat, with the gain down as low as I can go and get a decent signal, and the master on about halfway. So I think the one thing I'd say about this head is it's very authoritative. I think instead of being because it's not a Class D head, although it's a little bit heavier than most Class D heads, and it's not the smallest either. It goes quite far back, it's quite deep, but it's definitely authoritative. So with a bit of a bass boost, and a bit more mids, it's kind of the tone you can expect. A bit of scoop mids. I'll take the mids out a bit, leave the bass where it is. And I'll put it up to about 3 o'clock. The treble, then up to about the same with 3 o'clock. I'll leave the semi-parametric as it is at the minute. So that's just in the room at the minute. The bass on that is really heavy, and I think the Walkabout broadly does have a really heavy bottom end, which gives it that authority. Then I'm going to put that all back to flat with the 3 bass, mid and treble controls, and just scroll through the semi-parametric and show you the kind of frequency range that each one affects. So I'm going to turn this the first knob, which goes from 30 to 300 hertz, that's all the way up, and then just to give you an idea of the tonal area that's affecting. And the same with the next knob, which is slightly higher mids. That's 200 up to 2K. So as you can see there, that's quite it's quite a broad range. Then to the next knob, which is much higher mids, right up to your really high the kind of thing that a presence knob would be doing. So that's going from 1.2K right up to 12, and same thing again. So one of the things about this amp that a lot of people have said is that the gain knob is the one that will do a lot for you. I tend to agree with that. In actual fact, when the gain is, this amp doesn't really do clean, but it does a nice, really warm, fat clean, which may be a bit more old school, more vintage, but it's really nice. So the gain pretty much only works effectively once it's past about 10 o'clock. So all through that tone test, the gain was at about 10. Pushing it up now, I'll go to about 12. It starts to warm it up a lot more. Pushing that even further up. And then pushing that right towards, well, this is now the gain maxed out. So that's pretty much it. I think the head's really great for those of you who want the tube tone without having to pay the price of lifting a tube amp, or having to revalve it. I think it's, compared to the Big Block by Mesa, which I also have, I think it's more tubey all round. It starts tubey and gets tubier, whereas with the Big Block I feel you can turn the tube sound off and get a more carbine-like clean, quick attack. But the one thing, yeah, overall this is really authoritative as an amp. Great amount of power, 300 watts has never been too little for me really. And I think actually with the combo as the 15-inch speaker, it's a really fat sound, and I've had a lot of comments on it. And so yeah, overall I think it's a great amp. It's worth a try out if you're looking for the tube tone without the weight, but also with the solidity of a Mesa head. If you want to check out any more of my other videos, they can be found at TJS Bass, which is going to be a bass-related channel for all sorts of things, but starting off with reviews. Please feel free to subscribe if you like it. There's more videos coming. TC Electronic, probably the Big Block 750 as well. Yeah, TC Electronic Blacksmith, RH 750, and just a run through of all my gear really. Thanks for watching.